At ease, class. Good morning. I'm Lieutenant Kirichi, your class leader for as long as you train here. I'd like to personally welcome you to the temporary home of the F-14 RAG and the brink of fighter aviation. This is the culmination of your years of training. Once you leave me, you are off to the fleet and battle ready. By this point, you have all completed your ground schools and must be completely familiar with the Tomcat cockpit switchology. I sure hope you've read your NATOPS from end to end because we're not here to hold your hands. Each of you had better damn well know what all the switches in the cockpit do before you show up for Mission 1. Now for the good stuff. You're all exceptional pilots in Rios or you wouldn't even be here. I'm happy to have you. You're gonna love flying the F-14B, it's the slickest thing in the sky. The AUG-9 will let you see who's around within 200 nautical miles, and then reach out and touch them with the Phoenix. And you'll be pushed to 2.2 Mach by the twin GE F-110s pumping out 54,000 pounds of thrust. We're going to teach you how to fly this machine through the whole envelope, right up to the edge, where she's at her best. You're going to learn to put this beast through its paces, and when you finally feel like real pilots, we'll put you to the final test. You'll land the Tomcat on a carrier both day and night. It all builds up to the ship, kids. Your final and frankly most important phase in this training. You've got to conquer the carrier. Then, and only then, can you call yourselves Navy fighter pilots. Well, alright, you made it. All your lives, no matter how smart or fast you were, there was always somebody stronger, faster, or better. Not anymore. You're it. Members of the most elite, accomplished team in aviation history. We've been flying fighters off carriers for almost a century. No one's ever done it better. All you got to do now is make it through me. Naval aviation has been at the forefront of every conflict for the last 70 years. There's a simple reason why nobody's better. We can't afford to be second best. I talked about taking you to the edge. I'll let you in on a little secret. To find the edge of the envelope, that razor's margin where you and the Tomcat are performing at your finest, you have to push past it. Find the corners, test yourselves, your limits, the Tomcat's limits. The trick is, don't go too far. That's the difference between a good fighter pilot and a statistic. It's the thinnest of lines, but it's where we dance. As I'm sure you're already aware, recent events have put some extra weight on your shoulders. The meltdowns at San Onofre, Diablo Canyon, and Surrey power stations were clearly not accidental. They were targeted attacks which have shut down vast portions of the east and west coast, including naval air stations Oceana, Fallon, and Miramar, which is why we are conducting your training here at Nellis. Although we have no definitive proof at this moment, we're almost certain that it was an act of terror by the Chinese military hacking unit. The PLA naval activity has increased considerably near the Philippines, and several submarines were reported around the Marianas. We think they're preparing for something big. We just don't know what their plan is yet. In any case, it's quite possible that the final test at the end of this training may be actual combat, where the cost of failure is your life and that of your shipmates. Okay, let's get started.